Hey everybody, I'm back with another video review, and this time we are looking at Revenge of the Fallen Scout Class Knockout. Now, Knockout is a great little figure. I really recommend getting this little thing. It's really cool. I love the motorcycle. The motorcycle's definitely the better of the two modes in my opinion. Just because it stands up for one thing. And number two, I really like the colours and how they show off in this mode. Speaking of the colours, the colour scheme is black, lime green, this white here on the side, and then we have this dark murky green. It's kind of like a murky green, unless that's just my smudgy fingerprints. And yeah, that's essentially it. We have grey for the hinges here, which is kind of annoying, and then for the kibble here on the bottom. But yeah, and what's really cool is it actually has handlebars, like little tiny handlebars, and a little tiny speedometer there in the centre. And it also splits in half and does this, but I'll get to that later. And we also have some nice painted headlights there at the front, and then we got the gas tank there with some nice detail. The Autobot symbol is there. It's pretty easy to find. We also have the exhaust here, which will become his gun in robot mode. It's kind of like a silvery gold. It's not gold and it's not silver. It's kind of like a mix between the two. So yeah, I really like this vehicle mode. I like the way it rolls. Well, when it stands up correctly, it pretty much rolls pretty much fine. It just sometimes it tends to stand up more times than others. And also a nice little touch here with the front wheel is the fact that it can actually pivot from side to side like an actual motorcycle. Now there is one little snag with this is there's a little tab here in the thing that stops it from going all the way that way. So it stops there. That's when it meets the tab on that side, but when you rotate it this way it goes all the way, which makes it a little bit uneven, but I do like this natural look with the front wheel. It just gives it that more of a realistic look. Now, like I said, I love the figure. I like the vehicle mode better than the robot mode, and to give you a little size scale here, since we're dealing with motorcycles, here is the comic series Deadpool from the X-Men Origins Wolverine line. That's how big he is compared to Deadpool. Now, Deadpool is a 3-inch, 4-inch G.I. Joe scale, and essentially he's not the right size to ride him in vehicle mode. But if you did want Deadpool or a G.I. Joe to ride a Transformer motorcycle, then you really are looking for the RC triplets. That thing about the RC twins, it was just a mispronunciation. Well, it wasn't really a mispronunciation, it was just sort of misheard by people. It was like, you have the RC bikes and then you have the twins, like the skids and mudflap. That everyone gets confused about that, saying, "Oh, they're the RC twins," you know. But anyway, so let's go into the transformation here. And first of all, I like to start off by moving these pieces, these big thick pieces, out of the way. Now the problem is with these thick pieces is these panels like to pop off constantly. And there is no reason why these panels should pop off, apart from the fact that Hasbro is being cheap. And there's a little tiny little peg there, and the hole, it's essentially half, it fills half of the hole. And I'll try and show you where it's actually is. There's the actual hole that the actual peg sits in. Now, there is no reason why they could have brought that peg more forward, you know, make it longer and cap it at the end with a pin. I mean, there's plenty of room there for 2 pins. I mean, seriously, they could have made that a lot more better if they put a little bit more effort into it. But finally, getting into the transformation, essentially unclip these panels, move them down, and try not to pop them off. Jesus Christ. And then just rotate the whole entire leg down like that. Move this up so you can see a little bit more better. You want to split the rear wheel and split the back here and fold these pieces halfway. Then you want to take these little pieces here, fold them forward, and then you want to split this piece here in half and move these pieces down. And I totally love the head design. I mean, seriously, the head design is so brilliant. Kind of looks like a little cousin of kind of looks like the little cousin of Skids and Mudflap for some reason. I always think that. I don't know why. But anyway, you move these pieces up like that. Another problem is with this piece doesn't really peg into this piece very well. So it kind of flops about in robot mode. And essentially all that you have to do now is just fold that wheel down like that, get the arms into position, and the wheels at the top here, you can pretty much pose them how you want. I kind of like to pose them like that, so it just gets those wheels out of the way. And there we have Knockout in robot mode. As you can see there's the Autobot symbol, there's the head, very nice looking head, those are the wheels. What's really nice about these wheels here on the side is they're on ball joints, so you can have like a jetpack thing, or like have some spinning discs of death, or you can just have them up like that, so he can just kind of ride like a ride on his head, which is kind of neat. But anyway. But yeah, I just tend to move those down to there. Now, posability in the arms is limited for one reason only, the fact that it gets hindered by stuff. And the one thing it gets hindered by is these wheels here. You can't really move them back because there's a tab here and it just gets caught on these wheels. And then you can't really move it out very smoothly because it's like a big chunk of corner it has to go past. See right here, it has to go past that little bit there, and it's just so not very smooth. But anyway, the legs can move back and forth, bend at the knee, move in and out, etc. The arms, you know, you've got posability at the elbow, etc. You know, and just all the common posability that you would normally have. But yeah, he is a nice figure. I really recommend you pick him up. Now, here's a size scale with Deadpool here. Now, Deadpool is, of course, we all know, the G.I. Joe scale. Well, Knockout is the same size, or fairly the same size. Actually, I think Deadpool's actually a little tiny bit taller. But, yeah, he's essentially the G.I. Joe scale, which, yeah, I don't know. Looks nice, but when you compare it with that, it just looks a little off scale, especially with Transformers. But anyway, that's it for this video review. I have more video reviews coming soon. I am now a YouTube partner, so I'm now able to go over the 10-minute limit, as you will notice by this video. And it's now just hit 11 minutes. And counting. So yeah, I just want to thank all my subscribers, all my supporters. I'm really glad I got the YouTube partnership. Yeah, so expect more video reviews, longer video reviews, because I've got like a few Megazords I want to review, and that's going to take a bit of time. So yeah, I will see you guys later.